The Chicago Bears are scheduled to have a top 30 visit with tackle Josh Conerly. What could he possibly bring to the Chicago Bears, and why does he make a heck of a lot of sense for the team? We'll talk about all that and more in today's episode of the Windy City Breeze Sports Talk Daily. Let's go. Now, if you are new to the channel, please like the video. Please subscribe to the page. We do talk Chicago sports daily on this channel. Only channel talks Chicago sports, how Chicago talk. So make sure that you get in tune with us, man. Per James Crapa of the Organian, the Chicago Bears are scheduled to have a top 30 visit with Josh Conerly, tackle out of Oregon. And this is an interesting name to be on the Chicago Bears list because the likelihood is that he's going to go a little bit later on in the draft, fanning the flames for all you Ashton Jeanty lovers out there. Go ahead, drop a "we want Jeanty" in the chat real quick. I don't want Jeanty, but you want Jeanty, so drop a "we want Jeanty" in the chat if you're one of the Jeanty lovers out there. Listen, this makes a heck of a lot of sense for the Chicago Bears. Number one, I like the fact that you're getting this guy in here. I think it starts the conversation on the Bears still continuing to try and find an answer at that left tackle position. Braxton Jones is what he is. Is there an expectation from me that he will play better next to Jone next season? I do think that will happen, especially if the Bears are running more of a run-heavy scheme. But you also have to look at it and say, well, you know what? We still need to upgrade that position a long way for us to feel comfortable there. And I think that's kind of where the Chicago Bears are at with this whole thing right now. And last season, you drafted Karan Amagaji. That really didn't go how you had planned. Can you go into this season trusting that Karan is going to take that next step for Caleb Williams, or do you have to address it? Now, why I like the Josh Conerly name, Josh Conerly Jr. name, coming to Chicago for a top 30 visit is because more than likely he'll be somebody who will still be on the board early on in that second round. Now, I'm not sitting here telling you he'll be there all the way to 41. There may be some teams that have a need for that left tackle position. He may be off of the board a little bit sooner than that, but it does seem like he's pretty solidified in that second round. And so there is an opportunity that you could get to him. I like this name because to me, this is a safe name. This is a safe pick. When you look at his game, I mean, the notes that I have here on him, I mean, you look at his movement, I think that it's definitely NFL caliber, how quick he is, the length that he has. Of course, that's left tackle length, something that we've talked about ad nauseum with Will Campbell not having it. He's got all of the measurements that you want to see a big boy like him have. 6'4", 315 pounds, 21 years old, and I mean, great foot speed, good job pre-snap. He's got a wide base. He really does a good job of setting the line of scrimmage and not allowing it to be moved. He's got quick hands and does reset them well. But to me, the placement sometimes can be hit or miss, which is something that Braxton Jones also struggles with. So you would have to coach that up there. But that's why you bring these new coaches in. But to me, he's already got the strength and size to play at an NFL level, to be able to be very, very aggressive. And he's got the motor that never stops. And so I love that as far as having that in the run game. I think in the pass game, there's going to need to be some work, but that's why you don't take him 10. That's why to me, he's probably more of a second round pick kind of guy where there's going to have to be some development with this guy. There's going to have to be some help done for this. But that's where this new coaching staff comes into play. That's where Dan Richard comes into play. And to me, Josh Conerly is somebody who, because of the situation you're in, you may have to go into next season with Braxton Jones still as the starter. Guess what? Braxton Jones is signed. That's fine. It's not the end of the world. Do we think that Braxton Jones is going to start going into next season? Do we think that he's still going to get another contract extended to him? That's when you have to worry about the next guy being there. But why not have that guy on the roster already? First things first, before I continue to break down, let me know how you guys feel in the comments below. Do you think that Josh Conerly is somebody that makes sense for the Chicago Bears? Do you like his game? Listen, go check out his game versus Abdul Carter versus Penn State in the Big Ten championship last season. Had some very, very good reps versus him. Had some where he lost. I mean, Abdul Carter, but had some very good reps versus Abdul Carter last season. So I thought that was a very fun game to watch. But when you look at now Josh Conerly, why he makes sense for this Bears team heading into next season. I started it with the Braxton Jones conversation. To me, there probably is more than likely a world where Braxton is still the starter on this team heading into the season. I almost expect it, right? Because of all of the moves that are made, you don't want to have a ton of changing pieces there on the outside there. You probably want to have some semblance of stability at your tackle position, which you have on one side with Darnell Wright. You'll have that on the other side with Braxton Jones, at least to start the season, and you slowly want to work somebody in. To me, that's what Conerly is, because there are things that need to be coached out of him. There are things that need to be coached up. There are things that need to be added to his game. And so right now, when he comes in, am I going to sit here and tell you that he's a day one NFL starter? I think that he can be, but I think if you wanted to bring him along slower and allow him the process of learning, allow him the time to go out there and learn, you have the perfect situation to do that here for the Chicago Bears. And to me, why not take advantage of that? That's the part for me that I think just it's such a good game plan to go into. And I know a lot of people, listen, I'm not a big Braxton Jones guy. I know a lot of people here are like, are you kidding me? Starting the season with Braxton Jones? I don't even know if it makes it to the season. It could just be your starting training camp. You're starting OTAs with Braxton Jones, and Conerly slowly works his way up, and as he continues to get better, he overtakes that starting left tackle spot. But to me, having somebody who's already doing this in place, I do think is beneficial to the Chicago Bears with this, because like I said, Conerly's the safe pick. To me, he's not a boom or bust player. This is not a you go big or go home. To me, that's more of a Josh Simmons, where Josh Simmons, you see the highs of the high. We've seen some of the lows in his game as well in previous seasons, but to start the season off, first 5 games, the highs were high. But can you take a chance on the bust factor at that left tackle when you have so much riding on this young quarterback and Caleb Williams being protected? I don't think that you can. And when you've got Joe Thuney, when you've got Drew Dahlman, when you've got Jonah Jackson, to me, on that left side of the ball, you can be a little bit safer. You can say, hey, we've got an elite interior. We just need solid at that left tackle position. And if you're able to give us solid early on, now I'm not saying forever, I want to see the improvement. Again, that's where coaching comes in. But if you're able to give us solid in your first NFL season or halfway through, or just come in and give you some snaps, because I think here's the thing that people don't talk about with Braxton Jones enough. We talk about Braxton Jones like Braxton Jones is Iron Man. He's just out there. No matter the game, he's going to be out there. Braxton Jones has missed quite a few games over the last couple of seasons. There's some durability issues with Braxton Jones out there as well. I know we always focus on Tevin Jenkins, but Braxton Jones in 2023 played 11 games, in 2024 played 12. So opportunity could be there for Josh Conerly in that rookie season, where you get to see, okay, what is this kid made of? And to me, it is kind of the same conversation. Remember, everybody would say with Justin Fields and Caleb Williams, if you feel like Conerly, which I do, is coming in starting at a similar level to where Braxton Jones currently is, his floor right now is where Braxton Jones currently is. Build on that floor. Now, am I sitting here telling you that the ceiling is nearly as high? No. But what are we asking for Braxton? Hey, be useful in the pass blocking game and be good in the run blocking game. He's good in the run blocking game. I think Conerly would be good in the run blocking game as well. Good feet, good movement, especially standing next to Joe Thuney. I think he can really make some things work that way. He's got the size to be a road grader on that left side as well. And with all the pieces that you have in the middle, you feel pretty good about, I would assume. To me, I just think it makes a heck of a lot of sense to have that guy at that left tackle position that you can get later on in the draft and still get your big impact player early on. This would be an interesting move for me. I'm glad that the Bears are bringing him in on a top 30 visit. Let me know how you guys feel in the comments below. I'll be down there talking with you as well. Do you feel like this is a move that the Bears should make? Do you feel like this is a move that makes a heck of a lot of sense for the team? Or do you think that, nah, listen, go big or go home, get your tackle at the top of the draft? By the way, this guy is a pure left tackle. I don't know if I mentioned that earlier, but all of his snaps have come at that left tackle position. 887 in 2023, 929 in 2024. Did play a couple of snaps here and there at right guard and at left guard, but has been a tackle primarily. Only allowed 1 sack in 2024, only allowed 1 sack in 2023. I guess these are kind of important things. And cut his hurries in half in 2024, from 2023 to 2024. So listen, somebody who has been dominant, who has been on the field for a ton of plays, who has been really, really good at Oregon. To me, I think this is a very interesting name for the Chicago Bears to go out there and bring in. I would love to see him be on the board around that 39th pick. If you're going to go with a big name, again, fan of Genty Flames, there you go. If you're going to be there at that 39th pick, I think that would be a great pickup for the Chicago Bears. It'd be an exciting one to see. But hey, like I said, let me know how you guys feel in the comments below. I'll be down there with you guys as well. As always, it's your boy Pat the Designer back at it again. Y'all stay safe out there, Chicago. Bear down. One love. Peace.